Tom's Life. Today's Sunday special is special fried rice. The ingredients you need are bacon, chorizo, peas, 3 garlic cloves, spring onions, 6 baby corn, 1 pepper, 4 mushrooms, soy sauce, black pepper, and also rice. First step to do is to prep all your ingredients. I'm going to start off with the spring onions. First step is to chop your ends off your spring onions. After when you have chopped both of your ends off your spring onions, you want to finely slice them. Like I'm doing here. Always be careful with your fingers. So you slice them like that, and then you place them in the bowl. I will show you again how you do that. You first chop off your ends, and you just want to finely slice it. Not too big, not too small, and you just want to keep moving the knife. Always be careful with your fingers, and that's what they should look like. And then you place them in the bowl with your others, and you just keep on doing your spring onions. So you got nice fine spring onions when you have done all of them. So you're just finally slicing them. This will be your base for your fried rice, and then you just place them in the bowl, and you continue. Next step is to prep your garlic. You first chop off your end, and you peel all the skin off. Once you have peeled all the skin off your garlic, you place your knife on top of it and you press it down. You first finally slice it, then turn it around and do tiny little pieces. Always be careful with your fingers. So you want it nice and fine, just like that. After when you have done that, you place it in with your spring onions. Just like that. And you carry on doing your garlic cloves. So you chop your ends off first. You peel all the skin, but if you can't do it this way, you can get the garlic crusher and just crush in the garlic into your spring onions. So I place my knife back on top of the garlic and press it down, and then finally slice it. Into little pieces. Just like that. Then you place it in the bowl and you finish off your garlic. Next step is to prep your mushrooms. You first chop them in half, and you want to finely slice them into little pieces, just like that. You do it again. Always be careful, you move your fingers out of your way, and you should have nice little pieces like that. You want fine little pieces like that, and then you place it in the bowl, and you carry on doing your rest of your mushrooms. You first chop it in half, and you want to finely slice it. If you've got good knife skills, you can go fast like I just did there. But don't worry if you can't go fast. You want nice pieces like that, and you place it in your bowl, and you finish off the rest of your mushrooms. Next step is to prep your baby corn. You want to finely slice them into medium pieces. Always keep moving your fingers out your way, and you want to do fine medium pieces like that. You do the same again. Always moving your fingers so you don't cut yourself, like I'm doing here. And after, when you've chopped them all like that, you place them in the bowl with your peas. Next step is to prep your pepper. You chop off your top, and you take all the seeds out. You give it a little tap, and you want to get a little bit of the flesh of the skin out too. Always give it a good tap. Give it a good tap on your chopping board. You should have something like that after, when you have finished taking out all your seeds and your skin. Next step is to chop it in half. Half again. And you want to finely slice it. And then you want to turn it around and just cut it in half. So you got medium slices like that. Small medium slices. You do the same again. But always be careful with your fingers. You don't chop them. Then you turn them around. Chop them like that. After, when you've got nice sizes like that, you place it in the bowl with your mushrooms. Next step, you want to chop your lemon in half. Just like that. You'll be using this later. You squeeze it into your pan later on. So you just want to chop it in half and put it to one side. Just like that. Next step is to prep your bacon. You want to chop it down the middle. And then turn it around. And you want to dice it into medium pieces like that. After, when you have done that, you place it in a bowl. And you do the rest of your bacon. Next step is to prep your chorizo. You first chop it in half. half again. And you want to finely dice it. Always keep moving your fingers out the way so you don't cut yourself. You do your other half. You first chop it in half. And then you finally dice it. Always move your fingers out of the way. After when you have finally diced it, you place it in the bowl with your bacon, and you finish off doing your rest of your chorizo. To weigh out 150 grams of rice, I'm using my talking scales.
It is 17 grams. It is 36 grams. It is 54 grams. It is 149 grams.
Spot on. After when you have weighed out your rice, you put it to one side. Next step is to switch on your hob, and you want to set your hob ring to high. You place your pan on your hot ring and you let that to heat up for a few minutes before you start cooking. First step to do after when your pan is nice and hot, you add in your chorizo and bacon, and you let that fry for a minute or two, and you give it a good stir with your wooden spoon so it starts to sizzle. And don't forget, all the oil from the chorizo will come out, so the bacon will get flavour. And you will also be able to smell it when it starts to get a bit more, when it starts to cook and get nice and brown on the meat. And you also break it up in case you need to take any of the bacon bits that stuck to the bottom of the pan. Next step is to add your spring onions and garlic. Let them fry with your chorizo and bacon so they bring out the flavour, and you'll be able to smell the garlic and the onions cooking. You want to give them a good stir. You can already start to smell the garlic cooking into the ingredients. Next step is to add in your mushrooms and peppers to your pan. But don't forget, you always put your mushrooms and peppers nearly to the end, because all you want to do is, one, soften the peppers, and two, mushrooms bring out a lot of water, so they don't need long to cook. And let them marinate in with the oil and all the flavours. And don't forget to get all the way around the sides. and also the bottom. You want to give it a good toss. This special fried rice has got meat in, but you can do there's a plain vegetable one, or one with little baby with prawns in. It's up to you how you feel, and all to do about if you're a vegetarian or a pescatarian. Next step, you add in your peas and your baby corn to your pan. Just give them a little stir for a minute. And don't worry if you have it in your corn last, because you're going to steam it at the end when you place the lid on, so it will all cook nicely. Next step is to add in your rice to your pan. Give it a little tap to get every little bit out. And you want to give it a good stir. Get all around the sides. Now you start to add your seasoning. You first add in your lemon juice. You place your hand over the pan and squeeze it in the juice and catch all the pips so they don't go in. Give it a good squeeze, little shake, but always keep them pips in your hand. Do the same with the other one. Put your hand over and give it a good squeeze. And you add in some soy sauce too. And also a bit of ground black pepper. And then you give it a good stir together. Don't forget to get the bottom. And finally, you place the lid on top of your pan so it can steam for 5 to 10 minutes, but always keep an eye on it. I hope you enjoy making this recipe, and I hope you all enjoy eating it too, if you make it. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. More videos coming soon.